I'm very empathetic. It could so easily be me that is experiencing this kind of disaster. I really like the idea that I can do this now for these people, and someday they may be doing it for my son or daughter or for my neighbor. Personally, I found it to be one of the most satisfactory things I've ever done.
Welcome back. Practicing good customer service is an important part of the job for an ERV team member. One way to appreciate the importance of good customer service is to imagine yourself in the client's shoes. Imagine it's lunchtime. You've spent the morning shoveling mud out of your home. You can't lock your doors, there's no electricity and no water. You're afraid to be out of eyesight of your house. In this situation, you might be looking out and listening for the Red Cross, too.
Number one is being there on time. When you're mobile feeding or even the snack runs, they look for you at certain times. And to have the things that they need. Plenty of water and things of that sort.
Thank you.
In an ERV, you might drive to an area and park and people come to you. This is called fixed feeding. Or you might do mobile feeding, driving from street to street and stopping and feeding people along the way. Feeding routes are generally predetermined. Whether you're doing fixed feeding or mobile feeding, the skills and routines are the same.
Y'all come on, she's going to serve us some hot meals.
When driving in an ERV, you got to remember it's going to be long hours. Starts at 5 in the morning. You get on the road and go get your meals loaded onto the truck. And you might be an hour from wherever the staging area is.
How's this good? It sounds good.
It sounds good and clear also.
We got to do 150 meals, but I got to find out who are the other trucks that are going with it. You pack your food, pack your truck.
I'm going to grab another bag of ice off of here, right? Sure.
There's a lot of tediousness. You have to make sure the loads are secure. You have to make sure you have the proper stuff, cookies and snacks, because we got a lot of kids. So what we'd want to do is want to make sure the kids are happy while the parents are cleaning up their houses and their yards and everything. It's really hard loading up when you're first going out on a job because you really don't know what you're going to face.
Hazards of being an ERV driver. Bees.
Come on. You pack your food, pack your truck. You got to drive another 70 miles to where the affected area is. You might be driving down one street, which is really nice, and the next thing you know it, you're running into a path where the tornado went down and you get debris everywhere. You don't know how many people you're going to run into. You don't know if you're even going to run into any people.
Sometimes, especially early in a disaster relief operation, feeding routes may not be determined. Then the ERV has to find the clients.
Our main purpose is to find people that need the Red Cross help. And if we find people that haven't eaten, we are free to give them what's in the back of the truck, which is cookies, snacks, juice, water. We have Pampers, we have baby food. Basically, we're carrying an awful lot of needs that they could possibly use.
Going into the field in search of people who need help is called search and serve. Whether traveling on a pre-planned route or doing a search and serve, don't expect the clients to come to you. Many people don't know what the Red Cross does, let alone what an ERV is. You have to find them and tell them that you've got food, water, and other services.
If we do not see any people out when we first go out, we like to knock on a few doors and find out what the clients are dealing with, if they're able to live in their homes, if they have utilities turned on, if they have their water turned on, if they need food. And if it's rain or shine, we just are prepared. We put our raincoats on and get right out there because we are here to deal with our clients. They're the most important thing we have on our job.
When we first go into an area, we turn on our beeper like a backup alarm, or we honk our horn slowly going down the street to attract their attention. Hot meals are being served in the community center. And then we tell them what we're in there for and what we're doing for them or can do for them. After the second trip through, even the dogs and the cats know when we're coming.
In almost every case, the ERV crew is the first contact that any of the victims will have. As a result, we can do a lot of things. A lot of times we'll have on board the Red Cross pamphlets, you know, how to deal with a flood, how to clean up afterwards, that sort of thing. We will carry information about Red Cross services. If we run into an area where we may have someone who's having a lot of problems, we can go back and we can pass that information on to either health services if it's a medical problem, or mental health if it's really a stress-related problem.
I speak Spanish, and it really helps out on different communities that are Spanish-speaking people, because a lot of them don't understand any English, and if I understand it, I know what they want. You feel like you accomplished something, that the needs are being met, and that they're being taken care of, especially the little children.
It's important to ask questions. As you're talking to the clients when you're out there, you say, now, is there anybody else around here that needs help? Is there anybody that you know in this area who is infirm, who cannot get down, that we need to be taking meals up to their place for them?
Hey, Lynn.
Hi, Max. How'd it go?
Being sensitive to the client's needs is an aspect of good customer service, as is anticipating those needs and being prepared. An ERV crew has to know who they are serving and how much food is required to complete a run. This means not running out of food and supplies if at all possible.
I bet we need 50 for PM, okay?
The ERV team fills out the blue sheet, the mass care feeding control form, during every trip. Keep a running log so you don't forget. The kitchen uses this form to figure out how much food, beverages, and supplies you'll need for your next trip. Keep in mind the food and services you provide are important, but so is showing care and concern for those you serve.
Do you have water in your home on your floor?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Your floor's buckled?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, the floor's buckled in the bedroom.
These people out here, they're under stress, and their home is burned up or their home is blown away. You know, smile at them. Get out of that truck and go around there and pat them on the back and say, hey, you know, we're going to be back here tomorrow, and tomorrow's going to be a better day. And you know what? It nearly always is.
But I'm glad the Red Cross is coming out and helping people, because a lot of people do need it, especially in this area, you know.
This is for the guy over there in the wheelchair. He can't come over here, so I'm going to bring it to him. Hey, buddy.
Good customer service is critical in any business. For a service organization like ours, it's most important. You'll deliver good customer service if you care about what you're doing and you do it well. When you show you care, people respond.
I'm a go-getter. I go out there and I'll work from the time the sun comes up till it goes down and past. Because we're not there for ourselves, we're there for the clients. You're serving food, you're talking to people, you're handing out snacks, you're giving a shoulder for somebody to lean on it. We're faced with people coming up to us. They might not want any food because they're distraught, but they want somebody to talk to because they just lost everything they have.
Thank you so much. You have been so sweet.
Long hours, no pay, but it's a great feeling.
We had a lot of kids in the neighborhood to come over and spend some time at our house because the parents have been so busy. And these guys were great. The children loved it. I told him it reminded me of when we used to have ice cream trucks come by.
Responses like these make it all worthwhile. You'll be spending a lot of time around people, talking to them, listening, and serving. Delivering quality service and ensuring the safety of the food we serve is the way we look out for our clients. In our next segment, we'll learn about handling, storing, and serving food safely and efficiently.